So guys, welcome to my first vlog of 2021. I'm at my first reptile expo in I don't know how long. Let's have a look at some awesome animals. Let's see around what we can find.
I heard it.
Hopefully it's not blurry, but this is a jungle jag carp, the first snake I've seen here at Repticon. You guys know how much I'm a big Australian python fan. This is a Morelia spoloides something, I don't know. And that's one of the, this is a jaguar is a full coastal. Now, this is a dominant trait. There's a superform, but unfortunately it's a lethal gene. Now, believe it or not, in Australia they have pure localities of carpet pythons, and they have other mutations that are in Australia. But as you know, Australia just doesn't export their animals. I think it sucks. I think they should allow us. And I think it's awesome to see that this snake here is a beautiful carpet python. As you know, South Africa is just banned because these are classified as invasive down there, which I think it's nonsense. These snakes could never thrive in South Africa because I don't think it's just not dry enough, because these guys are from the dry areas. So I think they should just cut that ban off, because this is a beautiful, beautiful carpet python. Let's have a look what else we can find here. This is a blue-green iguana. This is a polygenic trait, years and years of breeding for the bluest animal. If you guys are looking for iguanas, the guy to reach out is Tom Crutchfield in Florida. As you know, he had a break-in recently, and I think some of his iguanas got killed and stolen, which sucks. And don't forget, Canada just lost one of his animals, which got returned, thankfully. But now you might know why. The other reason I'm showing you off this iguana is because, you know, people. Yeah, these are great animals, but they're not for everyone. I want you to have you need to be an advanced keeper. You need to have a big enclosure. But of course, right now we are fighting the Florida ban. These animals should be rather institute a permit system in Florida as opposed to outlawing these animals, because they are just so incredible. Look how the blue in this monkey. Let's hope. Now these have finally made their way over to South Africa too, and they've also now just banned these because, well, these won't be a problem in South Africa because not enough trees and just not dry, not humid enough. But these are incredible animals. But before you buy one, research, and reach out to people, especially Tom Crutchfield. If you want a really cool animals like an albino, but they're expensive. But this is a beautiful animal. Let's see what else we can see here at this expo. Of course, I can't come to an expo without showing off a ball python. This is a orange dream, Enchi asphalt banana spider. This is a orange dream, Enchi asphalt banana 5-gene snake, just the right amount in my opinion. The spider is a dominant trait. Orange dream is co-dominant. Asphalt is co-dominant. And orange Enchi is also co-dominant, as well as banana. But when you breed a super banana, I really don't see that much of a difference. These are just the right amount of, you add something like lesser or fire to this animal, this thing is gonna pop even more. But look at how beautiful the snake, it doesn't even wobble like a normal spider. But I'm just so angry that some people just want to bash the spider gene and say, oh, it's horrible, it wobbles too much. As you can see with this little monkey, he's healthy. Look at him, he's curious. I mean, he's just lazy right now because this is what ball pythons do when they're this size. But the truth is, spider genes are healthy as anything. Just look at, I just love the pattern on the spider. Let's see the snake here. Just look at how the beautiful, and the white hair is just.
Enchi really cleans it up too.
It does too, and Enchi is also a great gene. You add another super Enchi to this, I think it's going to make it more beautiful. Just have a look what else we can, other ball pythons we can see here at the expo.
Pretty snake.
It is. Have a look at this beautiful spinner blast cloud ball python. Spinner is a spinner blast pastel spider pinstripe. Now this is the cloud, which is like a citrus pastel. But just look at that head, it just pops. I think you add fire or something like lesser to this gene, this thing's gonna pop even more. The spinner was produced by BHB and Brian Barczyk, which is like which are these patterns here, Then you've got pastel, which is a brightening gene, and I have a look at the belly. This thing is incredible. I love pastel. It's produced by Greg Graziani from the hit show Python Hunters. I don't know if you guys ever watched that show, but I love. But pastel, in my opinion, is the most enhancing gene. Well, one of the most enhancing genes. I don't know if it's the most enhancing, but it's one. But I think it's awesome. This animal just pops here. Just look at a beautiful belly here. This is one beautiful monkey. So these are some of her babies. These are the father was bred to a dot. So this is when you add the dot gene, which is another dominant trait.
Like I've had preference, but now I'm like starting to like get into the other new Caledonian.
Okay, I don't know if you guys heard that. The father was a pastel mystic dot. These guys are really beautiful snakes. I just love
like to be a little
I love pinstripe, I love spider, but these snakes are just so pretty.
They can.
This one's about to go into shed, so you don't see that well.
They don't like.
Yeah.
Even though these.
So this is the
out sometimes.
they're both with the citrus pastel, but these snakes are just mind-blowing. I mean, I think I'm falling in love with the cloud gene. I think I gotta get a few myself when I launch EAB in the future, or EAB when I get some more. But these snakes are just incredible. You can see this one's a bit of a feisty monkey, but I just love these snakes here.
Turn this over to my friend so he can try it out. I want to make bangle pies.
So this is the bangle gene. This thing is phenomenal. Super bangle.
Super entry.
So with a super entry. This is 4 genes, a super double codominant trait, double super codominant. This thing looks incredible. I mean, this thing looks. If you come across something like this in the wild, you might think it's like kind of reminds me a little bit of a gaboon viper a little bit, but it kind of looks like the viper gene that Brian Barczyk used to have that unfortunately wasn't proven out to be genetic. I think this is just a beautiful snake. I just love. When this thing gets bred to the pied, it's gonna look fantastic, amazing. I just love. I mean, ball pythons are just the polymorphism among ball pythons is really sets them apart from other snakes. Let's see what else. Beautiful monkey.
The dot puts the dots like as you see in the pattern.
Yep, I see the dots. This is the mystic. This is the mystic dot with possible fire. Now the fire gene is linked to the black-eyed leucistic snake. Now the dot is just a regular gene, and now
it's a gene from the UK.
Yeah, this is from the originated in the UK from. I don't know who produced it, but this is a beautiful. Dot is a really cool pattern gene. I love. I think I'm falling in love with dot now. I think I'm going to try to get myself some dots. When I go back home, I got to look at find some dot ball pythons for EAB. This is one beautiful pattern. Look at this. I mean, this pattern here is like kind of reminds me a little bit of like a striped Angolans that my friend in South Africa has. But I think it's a beautiful. I think that pattern looks so cool.
Mojave pin ghost.
So this is a hypo Mojave pin. They said. Now phantom is a codominant trait. You got a super phantom, which is incredible. You got the ghost or hypo gene is a recessive trait. When you read to normal, you get all normal babies. Now what's the other gene you said?
It's phantom ghost.
Oh, phantom ghost, just 2 genes.
Yeah.
Oh, one recessive gene.
Mojave. Phantom Mojave.
Oh, phantom Mojave. This is also a ghost purple passion.
Right.
Now this is an allelic animal. Oftentimes when you breed something like a bumblebee to a normal, you get 25% normals, 25% pastels, 25% bumblebees, and 25% spiders. But this, when you breed a purple passion to a normal, you get 50% Mojave and 50% phantom. Super phantom is one of my favorite homozygous snakes. Any codominant trait, if not my favorite, because I love everything. But this is one beautiful. I just love phantom. I really like phantom. This is a tricolor hognose. I love hognose snakes. When I was in South Africa, my friend DJ Van Wyk was the first to produce these in South Africa. But these guys are not really close related to our hognose snakes here. But the truth is, these guys are from South America and Central America. You get different variations. You get sometimes that are bicolored, or some that are tricolored like this. Because you know what's the old wives' tale? Red touches yellow, kills a fellow. Red touches black, kills a friendly jack. Red touches black, is a friend of jack. But these are mildly venomous, but it's not so bad. You have to go to the hospital or for a bite. Sometimes you can have your whole hand swell or arm swell, but that's very rare. But these guys are really beautiful snakes. I just love stuff like not like a coral snake, but it's kind of the mimic of a coral snake. But these snakes are so.
His dad is pure black.
Oh, his dad's pitch black, which I think is really cool. But I love
He started out looking like this.
It's a beautiful snake. This is a bell albino leopard gecko. Leopard geckos are the best pest gecko for kids. You guys want a gecko? But the downside to these are so delicate when they're babies, so you got to be really careful. You also got to be careful of their nails. You got to put places for them to scratch their nails from time to time. Now look at that fat tail there. They would use that to store their fat, I believe. These guys you can keep them in a rack system, or you can keep them in an enclosure, for all I matter. This is the bell albino. It's a recessive trait, just like all albinos. You get 3 kinds: the tremper, the bell, and rainwater, which is the Vegas strain. But this was one of the most beautiful of all albino lizards. I love leopard geckos. If you want a gecko, this is the perfect pet. And if you're a beginner, perfectly, but you just got to be careful. They're a little bit delicate as babies, but these are beautiful geckos. This is an albino super cinnamon ball python. You guys know I love cinnamon genes, but the sad thing is with super cinnamons from time to time is they're born with kinks. So a lot of them will die out, but you do get some that live a while, like this one. This is when you add the albinos. It's kind of like a almost all white snake almost. But the truth is, super cinnamons are like pitch black. This is like it's almost the holy grail of the black ball pythons, is the one that's almost pitch black. But super cinnamons oftentimes are also known to be a little bit nasty. But luckily this one's pretty chill, because compared to most of them. But this is one of the most beautiful ball pythons I've seen. I never even knew albino super cinnamons, but I've never seen one in person. I'm blown away by just how beautiful it is, with the white eyes and the pattern, the white pattern. So oftentimes I think it's awesome. I always love to see super cinnamons that live, but unfortunately a lot of them would die because they have kinking and often to be euthanized. But seeing one that lives is pretty cool. This happens to be a banana, bamboo, bongo, that's possibly heterodoxanthic. Just look at the pattern on this animal. Now the bongo is a co-dominant trait. Like I said, the bongo is a co-dominant trait. When you breed this bongo to bongo, you get a super bongo, which is like a few stripes down the back. Now the bamboo is linked to the white snake. When you breed a bamboo to something like a lesser, you get a white snake. Now this is as when you add banana, which is another co-dominant trait, but I really don't see much of a difference between the super banana and the normal banana. But I think bamboo is one of the most beautiful genes. So look at the white on this animal here. If you add something like fire or pastel to this thing's gonna pop even more. This thing is just insanely beautiful. Beautiful white patterning there. We got a bit of yellow, and look at the stripes there. This is also possibly heterodoxanthic. Now the heterodoxanthic is a co-dominant trait, but when you breed it to normal, you get the reticulated, which I think is, I don't know why they just say, they should just call that reticulated and then super reticulated, but I don't know who produced it, but this is one beautiful, beautiful ball python. So this is a superfly lesser calico, possibly het puzzle. The superfly is a super pastel fire. This is when you add lesser and calico. Calico is a dominant trait. Lesser is co-dominant, which is linked to the blue-eyed leucistic. The fire is linked to the black-eyed leucistic, which is 90% of the time is not 100% white. You got a few patterns in every now and then, but this is when you add the super pastel. It's like I said before, pastel, fire, lesser mix well together. Look how bright this monkey is. This is when you add, I'll tell you, if you ever see a pastel lesser lemon blast, they are just fantastic snakes. But this is the firefly calico. This is when you just add the. This is only when you have the. So basically, super pastel is just another gene of pastel, which is a
just fire pastel.
This is just the fire pastel, but this is the super pastel. This is when you breed the pastel to a pastel, you get 1 in 4 super pastels. Now this is the normal pastel, but I tell you, pastel, fire, lesser mixed together so well. I mean, if you just those three genes alone are just beautiful enough. Of course, you can add the patterning, or you want to add the patterning, but I don't think you need any more enhancing genes if you have those three together. These are such a beautiful snake. I have never seen this snake. This is a pastel zebra. This is another co-dominant trait. That's my camera.
This is a recessive.
Oh, it's a recessive. This is
Zebra's new recessive.
So the zebra gene is a new recessive trait. I thought this, because I remember I saw Rusi's Reptiles has a zebra pastel. So this is a zebra, which is a new recessive trait, but this is when you add the pastel. This is so cool. I mean, I've never seen this. So it's like those cool stripes here, kind of like a zebra. Of course, I've seen those in South Africa a bunch of times, but the fact it's in a ball python is pretty cool. Now, when you add, I tell you, this is a beautiful snake. I hope we have more of these. I can't wait to see the zebra and other stuff like spider or sunset, or even something like a pied. Ooh, zebra pied would be really cool. I think this is just.
We did lock it with a clown already.
Oh, so this has been bred to a clown. So I can't wait to see those zebra clown ball pythons. They must be incredible. This is a beautiful snake. I'm going to show you guys these axolotls. I love axolotls. They are so cute. But the truth is they're 100% aquatic. They live mostly in the streams. I don't know where these are native here to the States, right?
In Mexico.
In Mexico, well, close. But these guys are kind of like water dogs, often called water dogs, so they spend a lot of time. Now, believe it or not, when they lose a limb, they regenerate, which is so cool. And they're being used right now in medical research to see what makes them regenerate their limbs. But you got these are a great option. If you guys want something you can look at, you got a bunch of patterns like this gorgeous leucistic. You got a leucistic there. And we got a super, I don't know what this is, but it looks cool. And we got albinos. But these are all awesome animals, so if you guys are looking for something to want to look at, like a cool fish, an axolotl might be for you. This is a boa constrictor. This is a true red tail. You get different kinds of boa constrictors. You get the long tail, which is from Peru, Ecuador. You get the true red tails, which is like this. Just have a look at this tail here. Look at this beautiful tail. You get the Colombians. This is a boa constrictor imperator. This is boa constrictor constrictor. You get the short tail. I don't know, not that one, but and you also got the Mexican and the Central Americans, which stay smaller. But this is one of the most beautiful. So this animal's from well, not this. Well, originally this color is from Suriname. So you get different colors. I just love locality stuff too. Just underrated. I just think, believe it or not, these have been classified as invasive species, like I said, with the carpet pythons in South Africa. But then, of course, they're not native. Of course, they're not any in South Africa, unless in captivity. But they've actually banned the importation of these animals, which I think sucks, because these are such great snakes. I think we really need to do a better job of educating politicians before they make ridiculous claims like this, because this snake could never survive in South Africa. She is so beautiful. I love tegus. This is a black and white Argentine tegu. You get the Colombian black and white tegus, but the Argentine animals are much more docile compared to other tegus. Now, another reason I want to show this monkey off again is because Florida has banned these amazing animals. Cloris. These guys are wonderful animals. They make great pets if you have the space. They're for a little bit more intermediate keepers. I don't want newbies to buy them, because these guys are much kind of like a bulldogs of the bulldogs. Just look at his cheeks there. These guys are such beautiful animals. I just wish we really need to do a better job of educating the politicians before we outlaw these amazing animals. You may think, oh, I'm in Maryland, it's not going to affect me. They are trying to outlaw these amazing animals from people. They don't want people having them. I think these animals are for great animals. Let's have a look what else we can find here at the expo. So I'm going to put a link for USARK Florida. Make sure you guys join and fight this bogus ban. So more people can have these amazing animals. I think Florida should rather institute a permit system where you have your animal microchips. That's where they can really, that's a much better way than this. But this is an amazing, amazing animal. Let's have a look what else we can find here at the expo. This is a Brazilian rainbow boa. I love rainbow boas. These guys have become morphs. More morphs have come out for Brazilian rainbows. You guys get the albino, the hypo, the pied, etc., etc. These guys are great snakes, but I don't want new beginner reptile owners to buy one. Dehydrate very quickly, so you got to be frequent. These are frequent. You need frequent water changes. And so this is not. These are great animals, not for newbies, not for first-time snake keepers. This is like the bridge between a ball python and a boa constrictor, in my opinion, or a carpet python. But these are such beautiful snakes. The reason why they're called rainbow boas is because they have an iridescence, which is so pretty. I love rainbow boas. I just think it's awesome to see one here at the expo. I hope we see some more soon, that are more affordable, because I want an albino. So this is a Mardi Gras. Mardi Gras is a freeway enchi. Freeway is a what is a freeway? Asphalt yellow belly. There we go. But I say a Mardi Gras is a beautiful snake. Oftentimes when you breed a pastel to a normal, you get 50% pastels. When you breed a freeway to a normal, you get 50% asphalts, 50% yellow bellies. The asphalt gene is linked to the white snake, I think. But this is a beautiful, beautiful ball python. Just look at the pattern on that monkey. This thing is incredible. And as it gets older, it's gonna pop even more. This is a beautiful, beautiful snake. Look at this, is a marble anthrax reticulated python. The marble is dominant. The anthrax is homozygous of granite back, which is kind of recessive, but you can have visual patterns on the granite back. I love granite back reticulated pythons. They are beautiful. They got that beautiful pattern with marble. $5 grand for a snake is pretty cool. But retics aren't for everyone. They get big. But another reason I want to show these guys off is because Florida has just banned. It's one of the animals that are banned in Florida, so I think we need to all come together to fight this ban, because these are, of course, I'm not saying everyone should get one. They're for advanced keepers only. You gotta have a big enclosure, a big yard. But these are great snakes, but not for everyone again. So let's have a look. But these are mainlands. Let's have a look what a Champea looks like. This is an Champea. This is about, I'll say maybe 4 years old, right? A year old. Usually when the reticulated python this age was much bigger than this. These guys only get about 8 feet. But you guys want a retic, but there again, mainlands aren't for everyone. So super dwarf might be an option, or a dwarf. Well, a dwarf is for, but they're still not for beginners. And this is kind of a bridge between a ball python, again like a ball python, and to a boa constrictor. I'd say it's a super dwarf retic. And then once you have experience with a super dwarf, then you can go into a dwarf. And then you can go into a mainland, which is something I'd recommend. But this is an insanely cool animal. Retics, not for everyone again. Make sure you do your research, and if you ever get to the point of having to get rid of it, never release it into the wild. We don't want the hobby to get into any more trouble. But this is one beautiful, beautiful retic. You guys know I love garter snakes. These are blue garter snakes. Of course, you guys know you have a San Francisco garter snake, which is almost entirely blue. But the thing is, I agree with Dave Kaufman what he said about us protecting that snake into extinction. We should allow people to keep them, like to regulate that snake the way they regulate indigo snakes here. Another option with garter snakes is, let's say you guys want a pet snake, but you just don't want to feed rodents. I love rodents just as much as everyone. I'm going to lose my mind if I have an employee who mistreats a mouse. I'm going to lose my mind. You guys can feed these guys fish, worms, chicken guts. But don't feed goldfish. But you don't have to feed rodents, which is nice. I know, because rats and mice are just so cute. I mean, who doesn't like a nice cute little mouse or a rat? But look how blue these monkeys are. This is a beautiful snake. This is the banana. What's in it?
It is super pastel.
Super pastel, Mojave,
Coral glow, Hidden Moma.
and coral glow.
Yeah, coral glow, super pastel, Mojave, Hidden Moma. This thing looks incredible. I love pastel orange gene. I love coral glows. Now Kevin McCurley over at Nerd produced the coral glow. There's a snake that's similar called the banana. It's a different bloodline. Will Slough produced the banana, and Kevin over at Nerd produced the coral glow. There's a super coral glow, but I really don't see much of a difference between the.
It's just a lighter banana.
Yeah, that's all it is.
I really don't see what's crazy about it.
Also, believe it or not, these were thought originally, the coral glow was originally thought to be a caramel albino. That's why nobody wanted to buy it. But Will Slough bred the banana. Then Kevin, who was later produced the coral glow. Now the hidden gene one was another gene produced over by Kevin at Nerd. And the pastel, super pastel was Kevin produced, but the regular pastel was Graziani. But I love, when these snakes mix together well, these things pop incredibly. I just want a perfect way to end the Reptile Expo here at Repticon. I'm on my way back to Gaithersburg. Thanks for watching. Have an amazing night. God bless. Who you guys got winning football for the Super Bowl? I don't know. I think maybe the Titans could win it, or maybe the Chiefs. We never know. Beautiful snake. Alright, so I'm just back at home. We'll talk to you guys a few things really quick. First of all, who do you think is going to win the Super Bowl? The Titans or the Bengals? I'm going to go with, the Rams and the Bengals, sorry. I think the Rams are going to do it. Matthew Stafford looks so good. I said the Titans might win it because I love Derrick Henry, because I'm a big Alabama fan. Can't stand the Titans though, but I just love Derrick Henry, Rashaan Evans, and Julio Jones. But I want to talk about something else right now. Right now, the U.S. Fish and Wildlife is planning on banning interstate transportation of all animals. As keepers, we need to unite. Animals are an important part of our lives. They relieve our stress. They're here for us. They bring in a calm, relaxing environment. I'm going to put a link for USARK down below. Make sure you guys join and fight this ban. I'm a member of USARK Florida, and I'm about to join a membership for USARK. So, a student membership, luckily, because I might start a Patreon account as well to help me launch my business. That's another story. But make sure, as keepers, reptile lovers, whatever, we need to unite and fight this bullcrap ban. It's not necessary to do this because it's going to put so many people out of business. We need to unite and stand together. Thanks for watching my vlog here at Repticon. Have an amazing night. God bless. Let me know in the comments who do you think is going to win the Super Bowl. What's your favorite animal? Have an amazing night, and God bless you guys.